Hey everyone, how's it going? So I made a video a little while ago about the Leatherman Skeletool, and in that video I mentioned the Bit Kit. Now I'll link the video for the Leatherman Skeletool down in the description, but I lost my Bit Kit a while ago and I finally got around to getting another one, so I thought I'd make a short video kind of going over what I used it for, you know, maybe some little tips, give you an overview of just kind of what you get with it. To start off, with my old Bit Kit, I used a Ranger band to hold these two plates together to help me not lose them. So I'll link some Ranger bands down in the description so you can go get them yourself. I use these Ranger bands for everything pretty much. So you put it around there top to bottom and they are now kind of one unit. So these two plates total 42 different tools you can use. Now, depending on what you do, you may or may not use all of them. For me, this was really helpful. That's why I kind of got another one. So the main thing with this Bit Kit that I found is if you own firearms, if you go to the range a lot, this is definitely helpful. One thing in here, I'll give you a tip, is the new Bit Kit, especially when it's new, these things do not want to come out. They're in there really good, which I guess is a good thing, so you don't lose them, they don't fall out of here. But they're really hard to get out, especially these little pointy Torx bits. It kind of hurts your finger. You can try to use your thumb. They really don't want to come out. So if you have a Bit Kit, you obviously have a multi-tool. You're just going to use the pliers and you can pull out the bits that way, so you don't have to struggle with getting, trying to pull those out with your fingers. So I'm going to touch on a few of the ones I found useful for me when I had my old Bit Kit. One of them is if I can grab it, the glasses screwdriver. So you could see how you're never getting that out with your fingers, but this is the glasses screwdriver. This was super useful. I wear glasses all the time. Having this with me was a really good help. Let me get this back in. So yeah, you just need this multi-tool to get these in. But having that glasses screwdriver is really useful. And especially if you wear glasses all the time, that's a lot of help. Now, like I said, I go to the range a lot, and that was kind of one of the bigger uses I use this for. Now, all the hex and Torx in here, a lot of them fit, for example, the Allen keys on like rails. So if you have like a key mod rail, for example, they have little Allen keys to tighten those down. That has the Allen key size in here for that. I also used it to zero any of my red dots or scopes. So a lot of these Allen keys and Torx fit that, for example, it was a huge help. Some of these thicker ones I never used as technically, a tool they were supposed to be used for. Let me see if I can get one out here. For example, this guy right here, I always used this for just a pry tool because it was so thick and beefy. I would just use this to pry on things, and that was pretty much my main use for kind of some of these thicker tools in here. Another thing I want to point out is because the slot for the Bit Kits in the tool are slim, so you could see how kind of, it's kind of like a little slim slot in there. A lot of these are kind of reshaped, I guess, so to speak. So for example, let's pull this bigger Torx bit out. And you can see how it's not a normal shape of a normal Torx bit. It's not round. And they had to do this to be able to fit it into that slot. So some of these are you're kind of losing teeth, losing like sides to it. So I wouldn't use these to put a lot of pressure and torque things down. You might, some of these bits might get, eaten up doing that. Again, smaller things like adjusting rifle scopes and stuff are kind of perfect. But again, I don't suggest doing any, putting any major pressure, torquing things down too tight with these, because they are losing a few teeth when you get up to some of the bigger Torx bits. Here's a good example of that. You can see this one is really, this T30 has got a really flat shape to it. So I don't walk around with this in my pocket all the time. I either throw it in my range bag, and typically it lives in my EDC backpack. So my EDC backpack's just an extension of my day-to-day EDC, and that will also go to the range with me. So again, this is almost, I guess you could say, like a range tool, at least for my use. So if you're a gun guy, if you go to the range, absolutely pick one of these up. They're on Amazon right now for between $20 and $25. I'll link this in the description for you, but definitely useful tool for me. All right, so that's just a short video on the Bit Kit. If you have any questions, put those down into the comments. And other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video.